Okay, can you guys see that?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the app that I've been building here. I just called it Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 Missions. I play Flight Simulator on the Xbox, and unfortunately, there are no. Microsoft is really stingy about letting people build mods and stuff for the marketplace on Xbox. And so, people that use Flight Simulator on the computer, they can install all these mods that have career modes. You know, so you can earn money. You can have a purpose behind your flights instead of just flying it as a simulator, because that gets kind of boring if you have no goals and no real reason to fly where you're going to go. So us on the Xbox, we got kind of hosed on that deal, and so I just decided to make my own standalone companion app for Microsoft Flight Simulator on Xbox, so that we who play on the console can have missions and have a reason to fly and get a little more enjoyment out of this game. So this is the landing page here, and it just kind of has the name of the app and some buttons if you want to sign up or log in. And then over here, this little guide just kind of breaks down the different aspects, kind of like a value statement there for anyone just landing on the page, so they understand what the app's all about and what they can expect. I plan to have more information on other pages, but so far this is the landing page. So I got, and then if let's see, we'll go to log in here. So you can see I'm having problems here with the money updating. As you can kind of tell, if you kind of have been coding for a little while, you can guess what was happening here, how it's concatenating these instead of adding them together. So so I had $0, but then when I earned $80,000, it just added the 0 and the 80,000 together. And then when I did it again, it just put another 80,000 together. So I'm trying to work that out, and I was trying to work that out today, just a few minutes ago, and I keep messing it up even worse. So now it's not even on the new users I'm making. Now it won't even update their money at all, even the wrong way. So I've got to work that one out. But so once you're logged in, then the login button and the sign up button go away on the top, and they're replaced by your money up there. And then so once you have an account, once you sign up, you'll be able to purchase aircraft, and then the hangar will show you all the aircraft that you currently own, and you can sell it if you want. And then at the store, obviously I haven't filled out all this stuff. It's kind of like a barely squeaking by MVP right now. But eventually I'm going to have it all full of the data. But then you can purchase planes with the money that you earn from the missions. And the missions, right now, there's only one mission, but there's going to be a few base missions, custom missions that I've created on the cartel side, where you're doing kind of shady stuff. And then there's going to be missions on like a humanitarian side, where you're like flying in like aid or medicine or doctors to, jungles or whatever. So it breaks down all the mission details, and you can accept that. And then, unfortunately, because this won't actually connect to the Microsoft Flight Simulator game, it has to all be on the honor system. And so when you go through the missions, you have to put in the cargo weight that you had your plane set at, and you just have to I don't know, I lost my train of thought, but yeah, that's basically it. That's what I did.
Fire. Love it. Very, very cool. UI. I really like the fonts you've used, the color scheme, and it's funny, the cache issue is something everyone's so familiar with. That's a week 2 stuff, right? Like strings versus integers. Um, so we know all about that, right? If you add strings versus typecasting them, it's a bit of a tough situation. So and I love the idea too. I feel like such a unique idea. I haven't seen this, so very
Yeah, the
cool
other cool
companion.
thing was I've been frequenting Reddit since I started this boot camp. Um, and I've gotten a lot of help from people on there, and also a lot of like dick responses from people on there. But when I posted like this screenshot, I had the this mock-up page done, just this front page, and so I posted that on Reddit, and I told them that I was building this on my flight simulator page, and there's been like there's been like 40 people that have reached out to me and have been DMing me wanting to use the app as soon as it's ready, and wanting to be test users. A couple guys even reached out that are developers, and they wanted to work with it, work with me on it. So the response is pretty cool. So I'm interested. That's motivating, know there's
Yeah,
people that
absolutely.
use it.
Yeah, I think that is the coolest thing about being a developer is how quickly you can get your ideas out there, how you can execute on them. Um, for those of you who have been in other industries or even went to school for some things, it's just harder to like I was in school for mechanical engineer, and it's very hard to iterate on your ideas. You need to either have a lot of money to like, oh, if you're gonna kind of design something from scratch, you need to have the materials, you need to have XYZ. Whereas as a developer, all you need is your computer and an internet and maybe some cache for the right API. but if you use free APIs, you're good. And it's very cool how that is possible and how to like get your idea out to other people. So that's very awesome. And if you can, and this is just a tip in terms of like moving forward and padding your resume, so to speak. That is definitely something to talk about. Having data-driven projects is always very helpful. Data-driven meaning like not necessarily into like data analytics, but rather saying, oh, like for all of you who created like a shop of some sort, if you actually go live with the shop and you sell X amount of t-shirts and you sell X amount of jewelry, or you just know that you're having a traffic of a certain amount, right? It's like, oh, my friend posted on, it's a link on our Instagram, and this shop has a traffic of like numbers speak, right? And so that's very cool, especially with this missions project. You're like, oh, I have 40 users, crazy.
Right.
So and that is always a good thing to be able to speak to numbers about like the impact your project is having. So I always like it when people are thinking very like for the two with the shop, it's like, oh, there's a reason for this shop. It's not just some arbitrary shop, but it's something that my friend could use. And it could actually be in a like a real life situation where it's being used. So that's all I have to say on that. Great job. Very cool project. Thank you for sharing, Todd.
Gracias.